Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you guys here tonight with me. So I want to start just before we take on our first caller. I just want to start by saying I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far. Things have been changing and shifting on this planet, and I've noticed a lot of people shifting with it as well. Some are getting stuck, and that's okay. Some are feeling the pressures of certain things coming in, certain energies. I just finished a 7-day series on ascension, on Mind, Body, Soul Aligned, and it kind of walks us through how the emotions could be feeling inside of yourself right now, how friends and teachers and these things all feel like they're moving and shifting out of our space and not quite sure how to deal with that. So it was kind of an interesting series to do because so many people are going through it right now. They're angry, they're upset, they're crying, and a lot of people just don't even understand why. So being able to kind of share my perspective with Source to people about ascension and what it's about, and going from 3D to 5D, and being able to experience this new life that's coming for us while shedding the old, right? Allowing those who need to fall away, allowing yourself to grieve old memories, allowing yourself to process out old thoughts or emotions that are sitting inside of you that maybe aren't even being served anymore. So the series was really interesting to be able to see people shift into the dynamic of, you know what, I have that, but now I don't. And with this series that I did, I saw a lot of people change and go, okay, now I understand why I have this and I don't have to carry it with me anymore, right? So they were able to let certain things go, and they were able to say, you know what, I'm going to step forward into a new light, a new beginning starting today, and leave the past in the past. And it's allowing yourself to kind of see and sense where you need to be in the moment. And I do want to say that in this moment, be gentle on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Give yourself that extra love. Give yourself extra water. Give yourself some joy, something that brings you joy. Go for a hike. Go for a walk. Bring something new into your life and experience it for the first time, whether it's the first time ever, the first time again. We have to start bringing back in those things that we love so that this stuff that's in our chest and that can be released with ease and grace, right? We don't want to make this ascension process so hard on ourselves that we don't really know what we're doing. So we want to be able to go through it with ease, right? We want to be able to bring in flow. And it's okay to let go of those people who don't need to be there anymore. A very interesting comment that came up yesterday during a meditation that I did for the 555 portal was, what about those people in our family who are not awake? And for me, the answer was, it's okay, because they will wake, right? So we have our first call. Lily, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you? Maria, sorry.
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good.
That's awesome. How can I help you this evening?
Yes, I want to know about a family member, about an aunt. She committed suicide like 18 years ago. I want to know if she's okay.
She's okay. She's showing me that she was kind of at her wit's end when she left. I feel like pressures got to her and it was a little bit too much for her to take. And she's telling me I didn't really feel like I had a way out. So she's showing me a lot of confusion up in her head. It feels like lots of stuff is jumbled in her frontal lobe. And I feel like she didn't have a lot of people she could talk to about what was actually going on. But she's saying, I'm fine. I don't know if anyone's ever told you this, but I actually feel like she's reincarnated back here already. So her spirit is still beside you, watching over you, but I feel like she's back here.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, but she's saying she's watching over. She's proud of you. Keep going. Don't give up, is what she's saying. She's saying the same thing, though. Don't allow the thoughts to go rampant in your brain, right? Because if you allow that, then everything's going to end up jumbled, kind of like her. So she's worried about you going through the same thing that she went through. So just be able to process those thoughts, right? And be able to journal if it gets too much. Get those thoughts out of your brain so it's not sitting there. Because she's showing me confusion. Like, I was confused. I don't want you to be confused.
Mhm. Okay. All right.
She's saying something
All right.
about
And
a
then
flower. Go ahead.
about what?
She's saying something about flowers. Do you have a yellow flower or a daisy outside the front of your house?
Mm, my mom. Mhm.
She's talking about a
Yeah.
flower, a daisy.
A flower.
There's a,
Uh-huh.
yeah. She's saying she sits
Oh,
there
okay.
and watches the flowers. So that's how you know. As soon as you see that
Oh.
flower, that's her.
Mhm. Oh, okay. All right.
Do you have a younger boy? She's saying I watched something of a younger boy. So
Younger boy. I have my baby.
yeah, so she was there watching you have the baby. She's watching the baby.
Uh-huh. Oh, she was?
I feel like she was in the delivery wherever you gave birth to her, to your son.
Uh-huh.
She was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mm,
she does.
that's
She does
fine.
this on his cheek when he's
She
sleeping.
what?
She just like she rubs his cheek to soothe him.
Mhm.
Feels like the left
Oh,
side.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
She's talking a mile a minute. So I'm just getting her to slow down just a little bit because she has lots to say.
Well, uh-huh. She has lots to say.
She does. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
She's saying, are you in a state of worry all the time? Are you worried about things?
Yes, all the time. I worry about everything.
Yeah, she's saying pull that off of you. Like she's almost
Mhm.
going tisk tisk. She's like, you don't need that.
Yeah.
She's kind of sitting there going, like, you need to stop stressing. You don't really need to worry about
Mhm.
anything. So you're kind of
Yeah.
bringing this worry on a little bit yourself. She's like, pull it off of you and stop this.
Mhm.
So she's
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
really, really watching over you, right? And I feel like she puts her hand on your left shoulder. It feels like there's a little bit of pressure there. That's her. When you
Mhm.
feel that comfort of the shoulder and it feels like it's dipping or a little pressure, that's her. So she's there to lend a
Mhm.
hand.
Oh.
And she's saying, use me if you need me. So if you need
Mhm.
something or you want
Oh,
something,
okay.
ask her to go get it for you.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. All
She's
right.
also talking about here for you as well. So it's like horse,
Mhm.
feels like it's dry. So I'm going to say, for one, just being a medical intuitive, you don't drink enough water. So you really should be drinking more water than what you're drinking. And she's
Uh-huh.
highlighting this because it's so hoarse. It's like you're afraid to speak your truths on certain things. And she's like, you got to open this up so you're able to communicate with every single person around you, whether they like what you say or not.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for her that you want to ask? I feel like you've got something sitting on your tongue there ready to go.
I have another, but for another family member, for my uncle, we don't know nothing about him. We don't know if he's passed away or if he's still here with us. We don't know about him almost like, I don't know, 16 years. He was gonna come to the U.S., but he never made it back here with us. I don't know. My
Um,
uncle, my
do
my.
you have two uncles? Because they're giving me two. They're giving me a yes and a no. But I feel like,
Mhm.
can you just give me the name? Because the two of them feel like their brothers are very close, and that's why I'm getting
Mhm.
such a close
One,
yes and a no.
the one I'm talking about is Jose Luis.
So I'm getting he's still living.
He's still living, but mhm. Do you
There's
know? I mean,
somebody else who's close to him who has passed away, and I feel like it's hit him hard here. So it's
uh-huh,
affecting him in the chest. Like I feel like there's like heartache and pressure. This
uh-huh,
gentleman was close to him, whether it's a friend or uncle. He's not. Nobody's saying. They're just giving me very vague because it feels like it's very stretched out and very broad.
uh-huh.
I almost feel like he doesn't want to be in contact right now, though, is what they're
Oh,
telling
he
me.
doesn't
He's
want
kind of like saying to himself, he's got a lot of stuff going on in his brain as well, especially on the left side. So that's showing
to.
me it's more like the masculine brain. So it's all the control and issues of like wanting to be in control. No one can help him. No one can figure things out for him. He has to do it himself. I will tell you this. I don't think his health is very good. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on down in towards his stomach and his liver. It feels like there's an acid in there that's not relieving itself in any way. It's not coming up, but it's not draining out either. And I feel like it's sitting just in the cusp of his liver going towards the stomach.
Okay. But he's still leaving?
They're showing me he's still living, yes. It's his friend or someone very close to him who's passed over. And that kind of triggered a whole bunch of stuff that this is why he's up in his head now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Would we ever find him, or do you think?
I'm getting in the next 5 years. I wouldn't go looking for him because he doesn't want to be found right now.
Okay.
All right. It's like he's hiding. It's even that my eye is bugging me now, so that's all his stuff, right? That's his issues. He doesn't want to see certain things for what they actually are. So he's projecting it as something else in his own mind's eye, right? So he'll see a situation and go, oh, that's my situation, when it's not his situation.
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing. He's playing like the mental game with himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So until he can either
that makes sense.
Snap out of that or heal that, nothing will change. So I feel like 5 years, I feel like you're going to either hear I feel like you're going to hear a phone call is what they're showing me.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And can I ask you one more question right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is really recent. It was, I think on Monday, one of my cousins, my uncle and my aunt, they don't know about him. Somebody took him and another person, but they don't know if he's still alive or if somebody has him somewhere. It's a cousin from Mexico. His name is Ramiro.
It feels isolated, and I almost feel like he's in a basement. Like it feels very cold and damp where he is. I don't feel like he's with somebody though. That's the only thing. Your family feels so scattered. Like whether they all live together or not, it feels like they don't communicate at all with one another. Like I'm picking up your aunts, your uncles, I'm picking up cousins, I'm picking up little kids, and nobody communicates with each other. It's like you go and live your separate life in a room and no one bugs you. So it's like until your family starts to communicate, it's kind of like I don't feel like you're going to get answers. I don't feel like anyone's going to give you answers.
Okay.
I feel like your family doesn't know what to say.
Okay. Is he still alive or is he?
I'm getting yes.
He is, but where? I mean, you said a damp place, or where did you say?
It feels like a basement. It feels like he's in a basement house. But it feels like he's alone. Like I feel like everybody's just so scattered around that nobody even says, hey, how are you doing today? Like there's no communication. I feel like it's almost like he's mute. It's like no one talks to him, so he doesn't talk to anybody else.
Okay.
But this feels like your whole family, like, not to put offense, but it feels like nobody communicates.
Okay. Yeah. That makes totally sense, yeah.
Okay, good, because I'm just like, why is everyone so mute? So no, that's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
For him, I don't know when you're going to find answers. He seems content where he's at.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to talk with you tonight. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. How can I help you tonight?
Yes, I was trying to see if I could connect with a loved one.
Sure. I have 4 people standing here, Sharon.
Huh?
I have 4 people standing here. Who would you like to connect with? I have a grandmother, a great-grandmother, I have a younger little boy, and then I have an uncle.
My grandmother.
Okay, I'll just have her come forward. She's like, I don't know you. So we just bring her in. Okay. She's kind of like standing like right in my heart space. She's like, ask me whatever you need to, honey. So you can ask her, what would you like to know? She's at the ready.
My husband passed. I want to know. I wanted him to come through. You don't feel him?
Did he get along with your family? Because I feel like he's like over to my right, and he's gonna stay far away from these people who are standing over here because I don't feel like there's a connection. I'll bring him in, but I feel like you have something you need from her first because she won't leave. She's being very, she's actually just like holding on to my chest. She's waiting in anticipation for what you're going to ask. I feel like you have unresolved things.
I don't know what to ask. I thought they would talk to me. I don't know what to ask.
She's saying to you that you need to heal the things inside of your heart that are unbalanced and shaky. She understands your situation, but she's showing me like the broken side of your heart, and she's being a grandma. She's like, you need to fix this, honey, because this is not healthy. She's showing, it feels like, so she's telling me stuff at the same time as my guides. It's kind of like you stopped living a little bit. You've put things on hold, and she's like, we understand, but you need to get back on that horse, and you need to get going again and feel like yourself, and you need to bring more love in because he's here to support you, even though he's not in the physical. And I feel like she's talking through me now. And she's just letting you know that she understands what heartache is, and you're holding the heartache and not being able to live. So I feel him coming in now. So he's actually standing up against your right shoulder. He's got his hand on your shoulder right now.
Okay.
So he's might make me cry. He's letting you know that he's here to comfort you and support you every moment that you need him. He'll give you a hug. He'll wrap you in his arms and hug you like he did before.
Okay.
He's there to wipe away your tears. He's there to hold you up. He's there to hold your hand or carry you if you need him. He's telling me you're never alone. So don't feel like this journey is ending because he's not there.
Okay.
He's telling me that he loves you. Did he leave you something? He's saying he's not sure if you found it.
I haven't found anything.
I feel like he left you something. Have you gone through all of his belongings? He's showing, like, he's like pushing on my shoulder. He's like squeezing my arm. He's like, yeah, keep going. I feel like he left something in a bag or in like a luggage bag for you. It feels like there's something in there.
In a bag or a luggage bag?
Yeah. He's saying, open it. I feel there's something he left. Did he leave jewelry? Did he leave like a small box? I feel like there's it feels like jewelry. He's like, go open stuff. Because I feel like he left something for you.
No.
He just said, when you're ready. So maybe he's going to make it appear out of nowhere, which happens with spirit. They like to play games and tricks. Because, yeah, he's saying you just need to open it. I'm like, okay. I'm just telling you whatever he's saying. So, he's also telling me when you're ready to move on. And he's like, it's totally up to you if you want to or not. But he's telling you that it's okay if you decide. Because I feel like part of this is going to start to weigh heavy on you as you move forward. But he's giving you permission if you choose that. He's like, it's okay to surrender some of that stuff and let it go. He's really saying, like, I'm not going anywhere, and as long as you understand that, you're good.
Okay.
But he's even saying you need it. He's saying you need to fully grieve, and I feel like you're grieving in small bits, because he's showing me the same, and I feel it inside of you. It's like you're grieving in small bits. You're not allowing yourself to just break down all of it and cry, and then put the pieces back together and heal yourself. But bring him in to help you with that process. He's telling me that he's going to be there every step of the way to help you do that.
Okay.
You're not alone, honey. There's still something, because he refuses to go on to where your grandparents are. Like, the rest of your family is over here on my on my left side. He's on your right side, and he is the only one over there. So I have a feeling you're able to sense it within your body when they're near you. Just know that the right side is him. The left side is the whole rest of your family. Not even your guides stand on the right side. It's just him. So my eye is irritated too. So this is, you need to start paying attention to certain things, right? So if you want signs from your husband, ask for feathers. If you want like dimes or whatever to show up, because so that he knows, you know that he is there, ask him to drop dimes. But he's showing me the eye stuff, like it's irritated because he's trying to show you things and you're not seeing it, right? You're choosing to turn the blind eye or to, choose not to look at certain things because it's hard. He's saying, I'm giving you the signs you need to help you keep going.
You said dimes, like money, coins?
Did he pass some stuff inside of his chest? Feels like everything from like the midsection all the way up.
Did he what?
Did he pass from something inside of his? Did he pass from something inside of his chest, like from like the belly button up?
He had a stroke and he was hospitalized for 4 months. And then I brought him home for 3 days and he developed, I guess, a pulmonary embolism and it collapsed his lung. And they were trying to go through the trach hole to remove the embolism and he passed in the emergency room.
Okay, so here, I'm sensing it on my body, but he's showing it to me too. They went in the wrong way, he says. So when they went, I don't know if you can see the screen, but when they went into the trach, they went in the wrong side. If they would have went in the other side, they would have got it instantly. Because they went in the wrong side, they didn't get it. Because he's showing me, okay, remember how I just said, like from the belly button up? It's because everything that comes from like the brain down in his body, everything shoots downward, right? So if I go into his lungs and his heart, everything is going down. That's the embolism. It's like a pocket full of blood that rushes into the body. That's what they're showing me. So everything is going downward. So by the time everything hits like the end of the lungs and into that stomach, like he's like, everything is expanding outward. So he's just showing me like in here, it's kind of like they just went the wrong direction and it was too much pressure.
Okay.
He's telling me he wouldn't have survived anyways. So
Yeah,
don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself, he's saying. It had nothing to do with you. You did everything right. None of it is your fault. So it's kind of like you're doing a little bit of the blame and the guilt and this and that. You couldn't have avoided it if you tried. So he's saying, don't put yourself in that situation where you're blaming you and that you could have changed something and you could have stopped it. He's shaking his head no. He's saying you need to let go of that heaviness that's sitting in your heart where you're blaming yourself.
I don't know how.
How about this? He's asking me to do this for you, so I will. Source is asking me as well. If you can message me privately, directly, If you just go onto my website, the information is on the screen. If you want to go to my website, message me directly. Just put the reference that we had a chat on the radio, and I will do a session with you to help you clear that. Okay? No charge.
Okay.
You just come and I'll do the session for you, and I will help get rid of all that guilt that you feel it's your fault.
Okay. It's Sheri
Just like
Collins.
Yes.
What?
www.sheri-collins.com.
He's what? He's leaving?
He's not leaving. He's staying with you.
Okay.
SHERI.
Am I going to be okay?
You are. You are.
Okay.
Just allow him to wrap you in his arms right now. Just ask him out loud, say, I need a hug. And just allow yourself to take all that stuff off of you. You message me and I will help you. Okay?
Okay.
All
I
right.
will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank
He's going to
you.
hang around with you, and your family just left, so he's going to be with you for the night.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're very welcome. Much love, honey. Message me and we'll look after you.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Have a great rest of your evening, hon.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight. This has been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys will join me next week. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Much love to you all. Take care.